are bright children of the stars, and together we shall dance in and out of 10 billion years, celebrating the gift of consciousness until the stars themselves grow cold and weary, and our thoughts turn again to the beginning.
All right, well, for the first time, I'm right here at the end, and I have to kind of apologize. I didn't realize you could even do that during those little cutscenes. I don't know why I didn't. You have to do it really fast. Some of them are so short, but yeah, we saw that was the ascent to transcendence was achieved, and so then the planet was like, all right, so no, both the human Earth civilization and the planet fungus civilization is going to transcend themselves and become a new higher order consciousness, that civilization that expands across the stars and for billions of years until the stars themselves grow cold. Pretty cool. All right. Completes the transcendence sequence and ends the human era, but also the fungus area. The planet did say that the ascent cannot be started until the voice of planet is operational, but we already have that operational. Yep. So what does this do? Sister Miriam and the believers leads humanity to the ascent to transcendence, the next step in human evolution. Wow. Wow. Epilogue for the Book of Planet. Mission year. Oh, geez. This is mission year like 1,000,000. Jeez. What was it? 2590 or something like that? 2597. Oh, wow. We were only 3 years from the end of the game. Forced retirement. Geez. But now this is like over 1,000,000 years later. Holy criminy. After 1,000,000 year or so orbits around your primary, you pause to reassess your efforts. The stellar encapsulation is proceeding smoothly, and in a few 100,000 more orbits will provide you with a 90% draw on your primary's radiation, trapping all of the energy off the plane of the ecliptic. Deep space aux links allow you to pardon me, to watch the Deep space aux links allow you to watch the frame assembly in low stellar orbit and follow the progress of bug-like Jovian freighters loaded with resupply mass. So they're building like, what's it called? What are those called? Dyson spheres, I think, around the star, the primary star. It's like a huge, it's like almost like it would look kind of like the rings of Jupiter or something like that. Well, it's this giant energy collector ring around the star. Occasionally, you spot one of your transhuman friends, symbiotes, supervising activity on a scaffolding. Even the immortals sometimes crave the risks and adventure of independent incarnation. Some of the most daring souls even undertook to resume interstellar travel, beginning with a return to your nearest neighbor to sift through the ashes of its third planet and recolonize their home system. In the present age, you hear a nanotech civilization is thriving there once again. Wow. Okay, so remember, it's that Dr. What's-His-Face had said that not everyone has to go and become, these new transhuman beings, but some of them do. But apparently they can go and reassume bodily form, reincarnating themselves in a body temporarily. And some of the most daring souls even undertook to resume interstellar travel. They traveled back to Earth and sifted through the ashes and recolonized that planet. And in the present stage, you hear a nanotech civilization is thriving there once again. So apparently Earth in the year 1,000,027 or so civilization at the level of nanotechnology. So way the heck more primitive than here in planet, but I mean way the heck much more advanced than we are currently. Huh. In times of repose, you often sift through your personalities and recall your former selves. Your alpha self derives from an individual once called Miriam. Over the millennia, the exceptional focus and judgment characteristic of this fragment have proven effective on numerous occasions. The Miriam self now drives all of your long and short-term planning and is the principal force behind the encapsulation project. Ponderous but playful is the voice planet personality, avatar of your sessile precursor. Sessile, I don't know what that means, who in the present age has devoted her centuries to philosophical pondering. Many others flit about within you, some, like the prankster Westcott and the demon Spartans, are semi-dominant and often hover near the plane of your thought. Others plumb the depths and create new worlds within the abyss of your open-ended neural network. This is the planet, basically, the planet superconsciousness. And so Westcott was the doctor, the scientist, the lead scientist of the believers. The Spartans, the demon Spartans. So the Spartans are still going around. They were pretty lame and tame in our freaking playthrough. Sunlight plays across your mottled surface and provides pleasing warmth to your organic components. Recently, you have edged somewhat further away from the primary and purged your atmosphere of certain gases in order to allow the occasional friends/symbiotes who choose to live among your organic gardens an easily breathable mixture. In another 8 billion orbits, the primary will drop off the main sequence and alternate arrangements will have to be made. But for now, you maintain your garden as a paradise. The transhumans who live among them call it Eden. And that's a return to Eden, if you like. Or Eden in a new Eden. So the transhumans who are currently in bodies. So that's interesting. So they can go in and out of individual existence, or they go back up into the gigantic super consciousness, living for, oh wow. That's pretty exciting. I don't know, that was a cool ending. I have to say, I like that more than I thought I would. Still, kind of cool to see 2 different endings of this game. I have to say, I'm glad we defeated we beat the Hive to that. I didn't realize how close I was cutting that. They were only 1 turn behind us. Apparently they were having, I don't know, they had better production that time than we did in ours. But, we still got them. We still got them. I wonder if the playing with the other factions, the newer factions, if that's any good. I've been told, a viewer told me that in his or her opinion, they didn't think it was the expansion factions were as good as the original ones. Not as balanced, not as well thought out. And I've read through some posts on forums where people saying basically the same thing. The original factions are very well thought out and balanced, and they're ideologically thought through. Really, they're realistic in a way. Okay. It got stuck for a second. Oh wow, we got a higher score this time. So population 996, commerce, we got a huge commerce score. Technology same. Transcendent thought, we got 20 points. Secret projects a bunch, and something rather 0 objectives achieved. I don't know what that means. Points for achieving 0 objectives. I have no idea. We got 3,547 for our score. Let's what's this? Centauri score. Oh, Spartans. Here's the Gaians. They did pretty decently. The Hive. Bunch of jerks. Don't like them at all. Poor university. Bunch of idiots. At the end of the day, Morgan did pretty well. Spartans. And the piece. Oh, poor lol. And back to us. Woohoo, yeah, we're the best. Wow. Secret projects. Satellite survey. Man, these guys were such punks. They totally dominated the space. Shot down everybody's freaking satellites. What a bunch of jerks. Man, frickin' Yang. Oh well, they still lost. In the super conscious, we made them like, you know, they have to like do something. They have to go and ponder boring things. All right, well, here's that, you know, retirement. We're not retiring. There is no retirement now. That's the best picture right there. Huh. Isn't. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, we did pretty well this time. I think, anyways. Oh, this is diplomatic. No, our score wasn't quite so high, but who cares? Still, highest tech level scores, highest energy scores, fastest transcendence score, the ascendant transcendence, Very good. Alright, cool. And here we are again. Well, we started taking one of their towns again. That was interesting. We got another one of their towns, one of their sea towns. I guess if we had more time, we could have eventually hemmed them in the Hive in even more. But, you know, whatever. That's not what we were doing there. Alright, cool. So, like, this game is over. So this game is like over. No further score will be entered. Good. I'm done. Now go away. Well, I want to say thank you for joining me on this really cool and fun trip through Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. And I will hopefully be getting another good strategy game to play. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may try to eventually replay Alpha Centauri again. Maybe play as a different faction. Maybe play on the next harder difficulty level. But I don't know. First, I'll probably try something else. If you liked this playthrough, and I appreciate this has been the most popular playthrough on my channel so far, and I've really appreciated y'all's interest in this. If you enjoyed this playthrough or any of my other playthroughs, please leave me a comment and let me know, or like the videos. That really would help me get YouTube to notice that I exist. They sort of notice that, like, every once in a while they give me a indication that I'm not, you know, hiding underneath the radar, but still it would help me out. And if you like any of these playthroughs, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I do lots of playthroughs of, well, so far I'm doing a lot. Strategy games, I do RPGs, Western, and I'm going to be doing JRPGs as well, as if I find ones that I like. I have some in mind, but I have to have the means to play them, to record them. If I ever get that, I will do some, and they'll be interesting ones, not just, you know, what else. And I do a lot of old games. Been doing a lot of Sega Genesis games. Those are pretty cool. I have a really good playthrough of Sword of Vermilion, and it was one of my favorite games when I was a kid. But yeah, please subscribe, and or tell people about it, my channel. And, you know, if you have any recommendations for good games for me to play, let me know. I really, really appreciate it, and I don't know, this is fun. Take care, y'all.